Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Tech Universe with Asma. Imagine running a busy restaurant where a host ensures that customers are evenly seated across tables, preventing any table from being crowded. AWS Elastic Load Balancer does the same for your applications. It distributes incoming traffic across multiple servers, ensuring smooth performance, high availability, and scalability even during traffic surges. Like a great host, ELB keeps everything running seamlessly. In this video, we will see what is elastic load balancing. Let's understand what is load balancer. A load balancer is a device or a service that distributes network traffic across a set of resources to improve application performance. We can see here we are on the internet and there are various clients attached to the internet. So when a client starts sending the request in order to access some applications or some services, there is a load balancer in front of all the servers. So when the request from the clients come, it comes to the load balancer, and then load balancer evenly distributes the traffic to the various servers. It will help the servers to being to get them being overwhelmed. Servers cannot crash if there are multiple or millions of requests are coming only to one server. So it will stop the crashing of the servers. Now, why to use load balancer? It distributes workload across multiple compute resources such as virtual servers. It increases the availability and fault tolerance of your applications, exposes a single point of DNS to your applications. So when we are using load balancer, we'll get a domain name server, a single URL, which will help to access the various servers. What is going behind the scenes, a client will never know, but he'll get a URL from where he'll be able to access the application or the website easily and without knowing what is going behind the scenes. It basically do regular health checks for your instances. If some instances or the compute resources are unhealthy, it will decommission that and immediately it will create or provision a new instance in place of that without knowing the client or without knowing anyone who is hitting that URL. We have signed in to our root account. Now we will launch an instance. For creating the load balancer, we need to launch the instances. I'll make the number of instances as 2. I'll give my first instance. I'll use Amazon Linux, the machine image. Instance type is t2.micro. I'll create a new key pair. I'll create, basically we will not be needing to do SSH to our instance, so we can avoid in this scenario. For the network setting, we can create a security group, SSH, HTTP, PS and HTTP traffic we can allow. Then in the advanced details, we'll go to user data script and we will basically create this we will use this user data script and it will give the host name hello world from the host name which the instances we are creating, and now we will click on launch instance. It will take some time to get the instances up and running. We will rename the second instance as my second instance, and so that we can differentiate both the instances, and it's still the status is in initializing state. We will wait for few more minutes and then we will go and check the IP address if our script has started, script has executed properly or not while provisioning the servers. The script is basically installing HTTPD, then it is starting the HTTPD service, and then it's enabling the HTTPD service, and then it is fetching the host name with the help of this user script. Now we will click on my first instance and we will get the public IP of this instance. We will copy this and we will open a new tab and we will paste this. So it is saying hello world from IP. It is basically bringing in the host name from the our EC2, my first EC2 instance. Then we will go and see what is the public IP for my second instance. Now it should bring the other IP. It is saying 33.18 and this is 35.179. So above both the instances are perfectly running. Now let's go and create the load balancer. We will scroll down and here it is under load balancing. It is saying load balancers. So there are no load balancers in my account. So I will go and create a load balancer. So these are the types of load balancers: application load balancers, network load balancers, and gateway load balancers. Application load balancers basically works on HTTP and HTTPS on the layer 7. Network load balancers basically work on layer 4, TCP, UDP, TLS. And network load balancer we will use when we need ultra high performance, when millions of incoming requests are expected, and ultra low latency is there. Then we will use network load balancer. But right now, in our scenario, in our case, HTTP and HTTPS traffic is expected, so we will go and create application load balancer. We will give the name for our application my ELB. Then it is internet facing load balancer IP address. We will choose IPv4. Network mapping we will basically go and create in 3 availability zones, and this is the VPC. We have not created a new VPC for this. Now for the security group we will go and create, we will use this security group which we have already used. And this was the first security group which we have created. We will use this. Then under the listeners and routing, we need to go and create a target group. Target group basically will have our EC2 instances. So right now there is no target group in our account. So we will click create target group. So the configurations basically it's saying instances, IP addresses, lambda functions. So target group can have instances, IP addresses. IP addresses basically will have the physical IP of the on-premises data centers. Then application, then target groups can be can have the lambda functions also, and also the application load, another application load balancer can also come inside the target group. So I'll give my TG, the protocol I'll keep it as HTTP 80, VPC as it is HTTP version 1. The health check I'll leave as it is, and then I will click on next. Now these are the instances which is running, so I have to basically register these instances under my target group, and I'll click both the instances and I will click on include as pending below. So now they are registered. Now create target group. So it's saying it's still creating. So we'll go back and to our, yeah, so here we are on the load balancer. We will refresh this page. Now our newly created target group should show. See, it's showing my TG. So I will attach here. Load balancer tags I'll leave as it is. Amazon CloudFront, WAF, Global Accelerator I will leave as it is, and I'll click on create load balancer. Now it is, the status is still in provisioning state, and this is the load balancer ARN. Now our load balancer is in active state. Here is the DNS name that we will have. We will copy this DNS name and we will see if our EC2 instances are properly registered or not. So see, we are getting from 35.179. This is the IP of one of our EC2 instance. This is the IP of our first one. So when we will refresh continuously, Now the IP has changed. So our load balancer is correctly running and it is diverting the traffic which is incoming request to both our EC2 instances in a correct manner. So that's how the load balancer works. Now we will go and we need to remove the load balancers. We need to basically destroy our EC2 instances, terminate them, and we need to remove our target group. This we need to do as we can incur if these services are left running in our account, we will incur the charges and unexpected charges, unexpected bill we will get. So it's better to go and delete once our project or once our provisioning of load balancers is complete. So we have to go and delete that. So I'll go and delete everything. I hope you liked my video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.